Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of PNSQ Chronicles. I am so happy to have you with us this week because we have a special guest from quite a distance away. So I would like to welcome a person that I've had a lot of experience with over the years, and I hope I pronounce her name correctly, Maaret Pyhäjärvi. I hope I did okay with that.
You did well. Good job.
Thank you very much. Maaret, I've known you for many years and I've had a chance to talk with you over the last couple of decades, but chances are some people might not know who you are. So could you give us a quick introduction?
28 years in various testing roles. I reside in Finland, Helsinki, Finland. I've been doing a lot of talks over the years for the last 20 years, pretty much. That's how we got to know each other. I think I'm at my somewhere around 600 talk right now. Needed to get into the space of speaking through the idea that I was too afraid to go on a stage, and the only way to get over it is to, get on it.
Well, that's so fantastic. And we are very happy to have you with us. And you are going to be one of our keynote speakers. And your topic is Better Together, Humans, AI, and the Next Quality Benchmark. And part of the key of this, of course, is the idea that people are maybe freaking out a little bit about the idea that AI is going to replace jobs. And in some cases, that might be true. But there's also a manner of aspect that there's a certain level of judgment and creativity and unique perspective that AI may not be able to do by itself. And I think that what I'm seeing from your idea here is that, of course, humans with AI will outperform AI by itself and humans by itself. How'd I do?
Yeah, that is quite much the idea. But in order for that to be true, it actually does require more from us humans than what is generally right now the average of what we know as testers. The whole change in developers actually becoming testers with AI, but also testers needing to upskill and kind of like, up on the creativity scale in particular is something that we need into the future.
This is interesting in the sense that I hear a lot of people saying, well, AI can't replace human creativity. But what I'm hearing here is the idea that maybe the very problem that humans are having is they're not bringing creativity in the first place. So
That's what I would worry about, yes.
so I guess the question I would have is, and this is probably the bulk of maybe a large part of your talk is, how can we encourage that? What is something that we, maybe as leaders or working with testers or also just for our own selves, what are things that we could do to help improve our odds in that direction?
Back in the days, we talked about exploratory testing a lot. And yet, that is still not the common way of doing testing in most organizations. There's still a heavy reliance on writing test cases and following steps that have been predefined, as if those, that's kind of like avoiding the creativity that you might need in testing space. So maybe going back to some of the earlier ideas about exploratory testing, that could be the idea that we need to go to.
I want to quote a little aspect here. So you were saying that human with AI will dramatically outperform humans alone, and you're referencing here about 18%, and AI alone about 5%. So that's a significant difference. So I guess the question that I would throw out here is, what are some ways that you would encourage or that you think that people might be able to get the best benefit out of their explorations with AI, to bring it back to exploratory testing? What's a way that we could exploratory test AI in a few words?
Well, exploratory test AI or with AI. It might be either or. So again, kind of having versatile ideas, knowing what to ask for, not just asking for testing, which is very big and abstract, but asking specific things, specific kind of feedbacks, having ideas of what kind of problems we're trying to look for and asking for those. So again, the numbers that have been quoted in the proposal is that I've been doing some research, small application, and seeing how well testers do with that. And it's been kind of sad to note that out of an application where I know 73 problems, my fellow testers on average seem to be finding 13 and a half problems, which is not very high. Whereas AI, with a little bit of nudging, already gets way above to about 40. And AI without any nudging, well, definitely stays under the people. What we actually need is people doing a better job with AI rather than the other way around.
Well, of course, this is the key point of your keynote. And we want to encourage people, of course, to come out and get a chance to hear this in person. So please note in the show notes and also up in the corner, we will have a link for registration for PNSQC. And we absolutely want to encourage you to come out and hear Maaret in person. But just in case, Maaret, if people want to know more about you and your work, and perhaps they can't get to the conference, but they'd like to get a chance to chat with you about some of these ideas, how might they be able to do that?
Well, LinkedIn is nowadays the place to contact me, either quite much in public, joining any of the conversations that I start on my wall, or if you feel like public things are not your bread and butter, maybe, sending a DM.
Well, Maaret, thank you so much for joining us. And everybody out there, thank you so much for tuning in to PNSQ Chronicles. We will be back to you soon with a new episode. And again, we hope to see you in October in Portland at PNSQC, and you'll get a chance to chat with Maaret directly about these ideas in person. Thanks so much, and we will talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.